indicate that if, even if the heat is not working, and Ms. Melvin, it's not an appropriate response to pull the fire alarm.
You said you cannot pull the fire alarm for those reasons.
Well, I don't understand that, but with such experience in the bathroom,
No, okay.
no, that's in my mind.
Okay, but here's the problem with that, Ms. Melvin.
We think.
Yes. Okay, state your appearance, please. And Ms. Melvin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, state your name for me.
Secret Margaret Melvin.
Thank you. Okay, I'm almost afraid to ask, but where are we?
We're having some issues, Your Honor.
Pardon?
We are having some issues, Your Honor.
Okay, what are the issues?
We have a few, I believe it was three occasions? Two occasions in which we pulled the fire alarm for not having heat in our unit.
Okay.
We also have a note on the door that we're not permitted entry for insect control or pest services, which was a important point in this case to continue that. And then we went in for to assess the heat as she was concerned about it, and the unit is reading 85 degrees. So
I'm sorry.
the unit is reading 85 degrees. There's no heat issue. So the fire alarm pulls were not only unwarranted for a fire, but also the concern in which she complained about wasn't present.
Is that it?
That's what I have at this moment.
Okay.
But,
All right. Okay, go ahead.
One of the
State your name. State your
my
name.
name is Michael Melvin. I'm Sandra's son.
Okay.
She did pull the fire alarm on occasion. She was in the bathroom, turned on the fan. The fan caught on fire. It was blowing out smoke and flames.
Okay. Did you report that then to the landlord?
They know about it.
Okay. And so that was on one occasion, my understanding.
It was like 3 months ago. There was an electrical fire. And about 4 days or 4 weeks later, there was another electrical fire in the building on apartment 508. Okay, this turn.
Okay, so and council, what were the dates?
I'm talking about 11/27, correct? 11/27 on two occasions that day.
Okay, so both.
And then 11/18.
Okay, so 11/18 and 11/20.
Wait, I'm sorry.
18 and one on the 27th.
Yes.
11/18 and 11/27.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I have proofs if you'd like to see.
That what?
I have some proofs if you'd like to see.
Well,
I'm offering, you don't have to take it, Your Honor.
no, I know, but I guess what I'm trying to figure out is when the bathroom fan did whatever it did, that was not one of these 2 dates.
No, no.
Okay. So then I'm gonna ask this. Why'd you pull the fire alarm on the 18th and 27th?
Well, when I turned on the heat in the unit, it went poof. And had my experience with the bathroom, I pulled the fire alarm because it's right outside my door.
Okay, so
But I expected to go into a flame, and I didn't want it to get any bigger.
okay, let me ask this.
So with the
Hang on. Are these gas furnaces?
No, they're boiler systems, I'm sorry. boiler system, but there is an electrical fan in the system.
Got it. Okay. But there isn't a flame of any type.
Units, no unit.
All right, but you heard a sound,
Who,
right?
Yeah.
And so because of that and the experience that you had with the bathroom, you pulled the fire alarm.
yeah,
Okay, so let me ask you this. Did that occur on both occasions?
yes.
So on both of the times you pulled the fire alarm, you did that because you heard that sound?
Well, they didn't come and didn't make it operating, so I have heat coming out of the heating unit. It didn't work. A little bit of, on the top of the filter was a little bit heat, but the whole unit didn't keep my apartment, it didn't keep it warm. They called in some expert, I guess, a little kid, and he looked at it and says, oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, but
But I
But when
didn't
they-
get any heat.
Okay, but when they went to your unit regarding the heat, they said your unit was at 85.
Well, was it a sunny day or was it a cloudy day?
Can I add?
Sure.
Okay. I know I did come, one day I did come out there. Renee told me that she pulled the fire alarm because of her furnace. Her furnace hasn't worked, the fan hasn't worked since October. I'm assuming the noise she heard are the capacitor for the fan to start. When I went up there, when they were doing the countertops, she sent up one of the maintenance men, so younger black fellow, real nice fellow. He come out there, he went over, he flipped it to low, he flipped it to high a couple of times. He said it definitely wasn't working. And his first protocol was to go get a new thermostat and try the thermostat before they called anybody.
Got it.
But he's been back since then.
So the unit, are you saying that there is not heat in the unit now?
If you put your hands on a wall, it does not blow out, the fans do not come out. There's a thermostat, like she said, there's a fan of blower in the wall.
Right.
Yeah. There's a switch to turn that fan on or off, that is not working.
Okay, so the switch to turn the fan on is not working.
The thermostat,
You guys know anything about that? I mean, the thermostat's gonna do a couple of things. It's gonna, but, okay. Yeah.
Our units, it's heat or hot.
Understand that. Because like I say, if you go.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What floor are you on?
Right.
Okay. So some of the heat that she's gonna receive are gonna be from other units. And so my only question would be, is her blower working?
According to our expert, yes.
Expert who?
Monroe Plumbing Heating Company, that
When did they go out?
they were there on 11/18. They sent us an invoice that says the heating system was functioning properly at the time of assessment.
Okay.
They're there, the maintenance man was there, he said it wasn't working.
When was that? When the maintenance man?
Counters.
That was prior to.
That was prior to that point. But on the 18th, somebody came out and said it's operating. Okay.
That is the note that I
I
have.
was there, turned it on, turned it up on high, got all the way up, nothing. Flipped it over to cool. turned it up.
Okay, but let's put it this way. They have somebody that less than a month ago was saying that the heating's working. I'm going to assume that the heating is working unless I see something else. I'm also going to indicate that if, even if the heat is not working, and Ms. Melvin, it's not an appropriate response to pull a fire alarm.
He said you cannot pull the fire alarm for those reasons.
Well, I don't understand that, but you said experience in the bathroom.
No, okay,
No, that's in my mind.
okay, but here's the problem with that, Ms. Melvin, is that when you do something like that, and it's not a true emergency where there is indeed a fire, or a threat of fire, or a threat to somebody's life, then what ends up happening is you're pulling resources away from other activities or duties that the fire department needs to deal with.
I understand that, but I'm not that knowledgeable about heat and this and the fire department, all that. I'm 83 years old. I'm supposed to be nice and safe and warm at home.
Okay, I understand that, but you can't be pulling the fire alarm unless.
I will not do it the next time, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now there's the issue of insect control. Why'd you say they couldn't come in the unit? Why'd you put a sign up?
Well, remember the first day in court I came and I brought the sack was 22 pounds of mouse poop?
Hey,
Well,
how am I to forget?
the exterminator doesn't come and pick up the dead mice. So I have to do that. And I take it down to the office and ask him what to do with it. Then the exterminator come, he will put the box down, but he didn't bring any traps. Like today he came, and the last time he came was about September, and they posted this note on the door yesterday that pest control is coming tomorrow and there will be between 9, and it is mandatory. Mandatory means I have to be out of the apartment with my pets for at least 4 hours. Clear out all your kitchen counters and items stored under the kitchen. Clear off the top of the refrigerator so the tech can pull it out. Which is what I did, that's why I got all the mice poop. Remove all your sheets, covers, dust ruffles, comforters, pillows, and other bedding covers from your mattress and box spring, including protective bed bug cover. If not removed, the technician will remove them. Tenant must stay out of the bedroom treated area for a minimum of 4 hours. Remove all personal items from furniture, couch, chair for bed bug inspection only. If you have any question, you notify them. Well, with all this remodeling and removing stuff out of my apartment, the whole thing is a big mess. It's gonna take me about 6 months to be able to find stuff in my apartment. And this eviction proves that the mice not there, because I haven't seen any mice in 2 weeks. And they don't come up and inspect mice or come and pick them up. But I go down there.
All right, but
No.
Ms. Melvin, here's the thing. The unit has to be treated for insects. Okay?
No,
It has to be treated. So you have to cooperate in that treatment. And the way that, hang on, the way that that's going to happen is they are providing you what they need you to do so that the treatment can happen. Okay? So what you were reading to me was a pretty standard letter that tenants or notification that tenants get at all the complex.
Right off the bat, this feels less like a simple complaint and more like a layered dispute brewing. Multiple cases, multiple issues. Whenever you hear that in court, it usually means things have escalated over time rather than being a one-off problem. Question is, who's been escalating it more, the tenant or management?
Is that I think I hear. I could almost mount that list before you as you were saying it, that's what has to be done to prepare the unit so that it can be treated.
Well, it was done 4 months earlier when they came in and
But-
put up
but-
all the noses, all the stuff there. And I had to pick up all the dead mouse even off the balcony. So I went through all that treatment.
But you can't just treat once and that's it. It's a periodic kind of treatment that they have to do to make sure that there aren't these insects in the apartment. Okay? So that it's gonna happen more than once. And one of the reasons why they give you that notice of that list is so that you're aware what you need to do so that when the treatment people come, they can just get their job done. You're out of your unit and they can move on and do what else they need to do.
Yeah, but all the stuff out of the kitchen, all the bedroom,
But-
all the stuff is all over the place. Plus, where you're supposed to put it, if you take it off the stove, take it off here, take it over there. Well, old people, we're seniors.
I
I've
know,
been there, so, since 2006, and we never had this kind of a treatment.
okay, but that's a pretty standard treatment.
Well,
Okay, if they weren't treating that way before, I'm not sure why they weren't, but that's a pretty standard treatment. All right, and the problem is, Ms. Melvin, is that if they aren't able to treat in that fashion, you actually end up in a situation where they may have to treat the place more frequently because if everybody doesn't cooperate in that process.
But they just did my apartment for 3 months. They're coming and this, and they come in and they didn't even bring the, mouse traps and then they bring this and that. I just went through it for 3 months.
Yes.
As she did have an issue, she's gonna be having it for a while.
Pardon?
As she did have an issue with mice, she's gonna be having treatment for a while.
Correct.
So that they don't come back.
Right.
Lights don't come back.
The mice and any other insects that got in where the mice got in, yes. It's a long process and it is bothersome, we understand, but it's gonna be every 2 weeks for a while because she did have an issue.
I've been doing this for 3 months.
It's gonna
Okay, but
And like the guy doesn't even come in. Matter of fact,
so
he
the
hasn't been coming for the last 4 weeks.
so the current treatment plan is every 2 weeks.
be every 2 weeks, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so when is the next treatment scheduled?
It was supposed to be today
And it didn't happen.
and it didn't happen because she put a sign on her door saying that she denies entry. So then it's gonna be in another 2-ish weeks, probably
19,
right.
right.
No, that's not what the whole note said. The whole note said, I
have a
need
picture here.
new poison boxes and new, the
Traps.
the mouth trap. So I put him in the bag and I talked to him and he's gonna bring me new ones. So I'm already following instruction. So he takes the
Okay.
old ones out.
Okay, but here's the thing. Ms. Melvin. And I don't want to have to do this because it won't necessarily do anybody any good. But you're going to need to let them into your unit every 2 weeks.
No problem there. But right now, because they moved all my stuff out of my house, I got boxes here, boxes here, boxes here. I don't even know what box has what. So he's gonna come in and probably fall over the boxes. Because I had to clear everything off my balcony because of 5 plants. My whole balcony is empty now. Who's gonna reimburse me all that money that went out the door?
Okay, that I don't know the answer to.
Oh, okay.
All I know,
No, but all the stuff that was removed, there weren't any dead mice in the boxes that were removed. So I got stuff over here, and then they say probably come in, oh, it's not 32 inches from that. Well, 32 inches from that was created by the other manager. When she decided to move my bookcase to that side.
I recall this. You,
The bookcase over here, then put the couch next to the bookcase, so all of a sudden the space from here to the window ain't 32 inches.
Your Honor, that's
You
a
know, they come and they expect to do.
standard, that's not.
No,
building
we're
code.
covered by her. We're supposed to be safe seniors living.
okay, hold on a moment.
That's a city standard, that's not,
I know.
we have to follow the
The
city.
32
It's just-
inches.
we can't-
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can't budge on that, Your Honor.
What's the 32
Well-
inches for?
It's basically going to be a hallway between things. So it's about a 32 inches. That's their minimum hallway.
Oh, well, I fixed it.
And what's the problem with hers?
I think she doesn't have pathways that are 32 inches or there's 32 inches from some item. So for example, if you had a furnace, you need to have, things can't be closer, I think, than 32 inches to that furnace.
Why
Or
don't,
other ingresses and egresses. So,
And it's
The hallway there,
36 inches.
pardon?
It's 36 inches, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I was hearing 32, I thought it was 3 feet.
Yeah, it's 36. It was adopted by the city. It's a city and Your Honor, as she stated before, she's the one that called the city out to inspect her unit. The city found this, not us.
what?
on what,
Huh?
on what,
That she
That-
didn't that she was failing to provide a minimum of 36 inches throughout the unit to every window by the code that was adopted by the city. The city
Okay.
building inspector decided that, not us.
okay.
And we have to follow what the building inspector says.
I have pictures, recent pictures from the apartment.
Okay, well,
Copies.
yeah, no, I get that, but
Are you saying her table's too close to her couch?
Oh, I'm not saying that. We haven't been able to go in and inspect as she denied us entry for the pest situation. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying she was saying 32 inches and acting or presenting it like it was the previous manager. And I was just clarifying that it wasn't our management at all. It was in fact the city building code, which we are,
the city building code requires that there be certain clearances. And it's typically 3 feet.
Clearance to the approval of the previous manager.
Pardon?
That was completed to the approval of the previous.
Correct, but here's the thing, that while there may be these periodic inspections, those clearances have to exist at all times.
Okay.
So it's an issue. I mean, quite frankly, the way that this works is, and you realize this happens in places, is the inspection happens, they clear it to 36, and then quite frankly, just the reality of tenants, they will move that stuff back. And I mean, but when the inspection happens, the clearance needs to be there.
No. When you move in, HUD gives you a sheet, which I find that it tells you, you want to be happy, enjoy this, enjoy this, enjoy this. Then all of a sudden, this, what now comes up? Do you have to be this way and this way? Well, why don't they give you that blueprint when you move in? So
Okay,
you know where to put your
okay,
furniture.
but Miss, I can't go back to the time that you moved in,
I know,
all right? So what I've got to do is I've got to deal with what we have right now. All right? But in terms of the approximate 3 feet, right now, my understanding is the inspection hasn't happened, so I'm not sure it's right for me to deal with even at this point, because I don't know that you're necessarily in violation of that. So I'm not going to deal with it. So I just need I need you to allow the insect treatment.
allow what?
The treatment for pest control treatment. I need
Yeah,
you.
that's no problem, because I told him if I to put the box.
Yeah, but you can't, but Miss Melvin, if they're going to come today, you can't then put a sign saying you can't come in today.
Well, I left the bag with all the dirt stuff in there on the front door. And I talked to the fellow and I said, I need new protection, the poison box, and I need new mouse traps. So he says you bring it.
They still need to treat for the bugs.
Hmm?
They still need to treat for the bugs.
Well, I don't have any bugs.
I know you don't, that's besides.
I've been there over 16 years, I never had any bugs.
Well, and they're trying to make sure that you don't, they're trying to make sure that you don't end up with any.
Pardon me?
They're trying to make sure that you don't end up with any. Sometimes, Miss Melvin, it's not necessarily you. It could be another unit. It could be whatever, but you've got to comply in the treatment, okay?
And,
Okay, no problem.
and Your Honor, once there's a presence of like mice or other things, there's a way that they're getting in. Which
Correct.
prevents an opportunity for other insects, other things to get in through the same way that the mice got in.
Okay,
Why'd you?
the mice come
See,
through
here-
the wall.
I
And
know.
mice can also come through the walls is the point.
On the third floor too.
Yeah, but they can cross.
I know, but
They can
Mice.
crawl, that's the point, they have to.
It might be the
straight,
flying
they have
mice. I don't know, but look, people. I just,
some of the mice come through the walls. I bought tape to keep it sealed so they don't come out. I spent about 40 bucks at the hardware store sealing them up so they come up, because the treatment doesn't do that.
so here's what I'm doing.
I even picked up mice at the whole city hall.
So here's what we're gonna do, Miss Melvin. Okay? There's the next inspection or treatment would be the 19th, and then there would be one, is it gonna be January 2nd then?
There's a nest
I would
infection.
say,
Where?
wait a minute. Let me look at the phones, or the calendar, sorry.
Who is? Oh, she is. Okay. I didn't see. Miss Young?
Yes.
Miss Young, you have your hand raised? I see you.